Good morning, everybody. It is Mindy, and this is my weekly whip and chat. It is coming out late because, well, I was busy on Tuesday when I normally record my whip and chat. Let's talk about that real quick, okay? It's late because I was busy all day with some eye appointments. Yeah, I had a weird thing happen, and I woke up one morning and I had like all these major floaty things in my eye. You know, everybody gets those floaters, right? But these were like really large floaties, and then my vision was blurry, and that was all kind of weird. But then one night I was outside. My husband and I went to the grocery store. It was dark, and I was seeing flashes of light in the corner of my eye. And I'm like, oh, what is going on? What is going on, right? So, of course, I Googled everything and found out all these possible things that it could be. And I thought, well, I better call my eye doctor and just get in, see what's going on. So I spent my day Tuesday at not one, but two eye doctors, and had my eyes dilated twice, all kinds of interesting, fun stuff, to find out that it's an old age thing, guys. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh, come on. As we get older, our eyes, the gel-like substance that lines the whole inside of our eye starts to shrink. And as it shrinks, it can break off this gel, and that's what's happened to me. Some of the gel has broken off. It is now floating around in the back of my eye, and that's what I see. And the place where it broke off is now has a little hole in the gel lining, and that's where I'm seeing this flash of light coming from. Oh, yay, right? So my question was, okay, what can we do about it? Nothing. Nothing? What do you mean nothing? Yeah, you can't really do anything about it. And I'm like, seriously? Yep, your eyes will just kind of adjust, and maybe over time it will become less and you won't notice it as much. And I'm just like, oh, good Lord. Yeah. So there's that. That was great fun. I'm so excited by that. It's really annoying, guys, really annoying. My vision was blurry. That's the worst part. It still feels blurry right now, but it's just because there's so much stuff floating around in my eye right now. And every time I kind of really pay attention to it, I think I find more, and I'm like, oh Lord, it's driving me crazy, you guys, driving me crazy. Now, if I get focused on something like diamond painting, and I'm focused on a little section of something close up or whatnot, I don't notice it as much. So I'm just trying to now keep busy and not focus on it, and hope that it just starts to do what they said and fade away. Crossing my fingers that it will just fade away. But anyhow, yeah. So, like I said, I was busy all day, and then my eyes were super dilated. I couldn't even drive home. I had to sit in a parking lot and eat some lunch for about 45 minutes to an hour before I could even drive home. Yeah, great fun. Okay, enough about that, because, that's just wah, wah, wah. Okay, I'm done with that. We move on. We just move on. Okay. Anyhow, this whip and chat will get up there. I am trying to record it pretty quickly this morning before I just hear these people are here in my garage. I'm like, oh, I did not know they were coming. My husband didn't tell me they were coming to work on the drywall, but they're out there. They're noisy, you guys. He turns on the radio, he cranks up the radio full volume, bangs on things, makes all kinds of racket. He's just doing drywall, come on. Anyhow, I hear him out there. So hopefully it won't get too noisy while I finish recording this. Yeah, sometimes life just is life. And wow. I'm trying to do it pretty quickly so that I can go walk with some friends this morning. Friends that I have not seen since COVID hit. They're friends I made at Weight Watchers, and I haven't been able to see them since they shut down our Weight Watchers meetings, back when this whole COVID thing started. So we're going to go walk at a park today. So we can be out in the fresh air, we can socially distance a little bit, and we can see each other. Have not been able to see each other in a long time. So I'm looking forward to doing that. They like to go in the morning. I'm not a morning person, but 9:30, they want to go at 9:30. So I'm trying to get this recorded earlier than that, which is not when I would normally do my recording. I do my best recording around noon, when I'm fully awake. Anyhow, I am working on my Chuck Pinson, as you can see, for the Chuckalong. I have told a couple of my friends, I have 16 sections, 16 large sections, and I have completed 5 of them, working on the 6th. So that gives you an idea where I'm at. It looks like I'm making great progress to some people, but I have a long, long way to go. I'm not even close to halfway. I have 2 more large sections over there and the rest of this one before I'm even halfway. Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. Anyhow, it is beautiful. I have worked on this bright yellowy orange tree up here. And now I'm working on this redder orange tree over here in this section. And they're just beautiful. They're just gorgeous. So I keep plugging away. Like I said, this is not a race. I never expect to finish in the month of September. So it will get finished when it's finished. Hopefully in October. That's my plan. I do have to go, take a break once in a while and do something else. I have a little mystery kit I've been working on. I'll show you that later. I haven't even made the video for the unboxing of that yet. But I'm working on that a little bit just for a break once in a while. And yeah, so I'll just keep plugging away. I've seen many finishes already. You guys, some of you are just zippity-doo-dah right along, have finished some Chuck Pinsons already, and that's just amazing. Wow, just amazing. And they're all just beautiful. I am still surprised by how many people are doing space for reflection. I was like, wow. Every time I would scroll through Instagram or something and be like, there's another space for reflection. There's another space for reflection. I mean, and I thought about it. I really did. I know Maritza's doing it, and I thought about it. It is a beautiful, beautiful painting. But then I got this one, of course, and I thought, well, everybody wanted to see it. There are a couple people doing this one. I've seen it out there a few times, so good luck to anybody who's doing this one. It's, it's a challenge. Let's just put it that way. I mean, all Chuck Pinsons can be a challenge if you look at it, through the confetti eye, confetti eye. That's a weird thing for me to say right now with the confetti in my eye. But anyhow, yeah, so they can all be a little challenging because they are very confetti heavy. But, some are a little more challenging than others. This being one of them, clearly, just because of its sheer size. But so I think at this point we've kind of gotten it together. We didn't want this to be so confusing, but apparently somehow it got confusing. I don't know. If you have not started a Chuck Pinson and you just got one in and you want to join along, feel free to do so. Just because it's not September 1st and we're halfway through September almost, you can still join in. We're fine with that. Post your start picture. Now, where do you post your start picture? You post it in the Facebook group under the post that Maritza makes each Sunday night. She makes a new post on Sunday nights, and you go there, and that's where you post everything you do that week. If it's a start, if it's your progress, please post it in the Facebook group under the post that says week, I believe it says now 3, week 3. Week 2 is closed. Week 1 is closed. Find the post that says week 3. Don't just post it on the Facebook page any old place. I mean, some people are doing that. Hopefully you're still posting it in the actual post where it says week 3. That's where she's able to find it the easiest and give you credit for your progress or your start if you're just starting one. Okay? You can still post on Instagram because people like to show their work on Instagram. That's fine. Maritza cruises through Instagram too, just to see if anybody only posts on Instagram because they don't have Facebook, because some people are like that. They don't do Facebook. They just have Instagram. I hope you guys don't hear them talking, because there's more than one person out there and I hear them talking right now. Anyhow. Oh, my life right now, my life. Okay. So yeah, please do your posting in the Facebook group, Diamond Moments and Crafts with a K. And if you don't do Facebook, then you post it to Chuckalong 2 on Instagram. All right. Maritza's doing a bang up job. There's over 200 people participating. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay. I'm going to talk with her. I've been considering doing a little sneak peek of a prize. Let me know what you think. I'm sure you're going to go, yeah, right? I'll talk with her and see what she thinks about giving a little sneak peek of some of the prizes that I have. Okay? So I hope you're having a good time. I've loved how people have just jumped into our Facebook group and they share and they comment and they support each other and all of that stuff. It's been awesome. I'm thrilled with it. Just absolutely thrilled. I need some more C's and I don't know where they're at. Which box will I find this? Oh, they're still out. Duh, they're right there. Okay. So yeah, thank you for joining the Facebook group. If you have not joined the Facebook group and you would like to, please make sure you answer. There are 2 questions to answer. And then there's like a box or something you check to say you agree to the rules. Please do that. We have some help in our group now. We have Ureli and we have Philip. And they are helping us. They are approving people or not approving people. If you have not answered the questions, they may not approve you. There are a lot of, weird things going on in the world. There are lots of bots and, I don't know, just weird things. And so we need to verify that you're a real person and you really are interested in our group and really want to participate and follow our rules. So please do that if you're going to join our group. It just makes things so much easier. Philip and Ureli are there commenting on things, participating in the group. They can answer questions. And if they don't know the answers, they come to us. Okay? So thank you for joining the group. It's been awesome. One last thing. Thank you for everything that you guys do for my channel. Thank you for subscribing, watching videos, commenting. I still respond to all comments. Sometimes it takes me a while and sometimes it takes me hours, but thank you for that. And new members, thank you to all the members. I have 3 or 4 that are fairly new. Thank you to them for joining the channel and helping to support what I do. I just made a purchase yesterday, a purchase that is it's interesting. It's going to help a company out, I'm hoping, and it's a phenomenal canvas. And without all of your support, I probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Okay, so thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for all of that. Thank you to the members, and congratulations to Tia, who is the latest membership giveaway. I'm doing it once a month. You guys, I honestly have so many things right now. I'm considering some other ways to give away. On Instagram, I'm getting close to 1,000 followers on Instagram. I didn't even know that was a thing when I started Instagram, but apparently it is, and a lot of people give away stuff, so there may be a possibility for a giveaway on Instagram in the near future. And I have an eyelash in my tray. Okay, don't need that in there. All right, off to a new color now. And I think that is all of the business end of things I have. And that does not go in that box. It goes in this box. And I'm looking for the hashtag. Isn't that fitting? I need the hashtag. It's in this box. All right. Okay. Let me say thank you to people who have supported, like, my Craftably affiliate. And supported Craftably, because Craftably is a great company. I love them, and they still have things available. If you have not tried Craftably, you get a 15% off discount of your first purchase by using Mindy15. Then you kind of like become like attached to my name in the future, if that, matters to you. But anyhow, yeah, they're awesome. They are working very hard. I will talk about that later in another video coming up. but they are working really hard to do things better, bigger, bolder, you know, changing things. It's awesome. So I love them. I will support them wholeheartedly. And if you have not checked them out, I just encourage you to do so. If you have never bought from Diamond Art Club, I have recently put a discount code in my videos for your first time purchase to Diamond Art Club if you've never purchased from them. And I've actually had a couple people use that link. Thank you very much. I was surprised. The first day I got an email and said, somebody used your link. And what that means is that I got some points. Okay, I don't get money from Diamond Art Club, but I got some points because someone used the link. And I was like, that's awesome. That never happened to me before. So take advantage of the discount. I get some extra points. It was cool. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that as well. Okay, this canvas, The Great Outdoors, right? It has bear in it. It has elk in there. It has fish. It has turkeys. Turkeys are no big deal for me. I mean, because we see turkeys all the time. You know, I live in the country. We see turkeys all the time. Driving down the road, there's a pack of turkeys, or, you know, I had a turkey walk across my front yard one day. So turkeys, yeah, you know, they're everywhere. They don't excite me a whole lot. Now bears. Bears is a different story, okay? Let me tell you a story about some... Oh, man, you're not supposed to go over there. No. Come on. Okay, let me tell you a story about some bears, and then I'll tell you my dream about some bears. Not a dream. Well, not a dream like when you're asleep dream. Just a dream, like a goal dream, okay? So, when we were kids, younger, our parents took us on a trip, and we went out to Yellowstone, okay? So if you know anything about Yellowstone, it's acres and acres and acres of wilderness and wildlife and whatnot. And this was back probably in the 60s, possibly 70s. I mean, I was old enough to remember this, so I must have been, you know, of some age of remembering. I know I was little, though. But we went to Yellowstone. I remember several things about that trip out to Yellowstone. I remember stopping in some little town out there, and there was a gift shop, and there was an artist that painted beautiful oil paintings. And in that little town, we met someone who was teaching us how to do a rain dance. I'll never forget that. We learned how to do a rain dance from this Native American older guy. You know, he was dressed in full, you know, Native clothing and whatnot, and he was teaching us a rain dance. I'll never forget that. For some reason, that always just sticks in my head. I remember it. It was fun. Anyhow, we had a camper. We took a little pop-up camper, is what we would travel with wherever we went, and we camped in that. And so we pull into a park, you know, camping place in Yellowstone, right? And first of all, when you're driving through Yellowstone, at least back then, we would be driving down a road and there would just be bear. You could be driving along and there would be bear out beside the road or crossing the road. And, you know, they say, do not stop, do not feed the bear, you can stop your vehicle and look, but don't be rolling down your windows, hollering at them, trying to give them food and all that stuff. Of course, you know, people don't listen. You know, there are people that were doing that because they just don't, you know, they don't listen. They do what they want to do. So it was cool. I remember, you know, driving along and you just see bear wandering around. I remember seeing tons and tons of buffalo everywhere as we were driving through Yellowstone. There were just herds and herds of buffalo, thousands of buffalo everywhere. I know that for a while after that, things got very scarce. The buffalo, there were less buffalo. Almost like, not that they were endangered, but there was fewer of them just freely roaming around. But at this time, it was just very full of all the wildlife and the animals, okay? So, here's my story about the bear. At our campsite, you were always told at your campsite when you camped, keep your food protected because the bear will find it. The bear will find it, right? Keep it in a locked vehicle. Don't leave it out. You know, all of those good tips, right? Well, we did. We kept ours all locked up and stuff. But I remember waking up one morning, because we were there a couple of nights. Waking up one morning and the whole campground was abuzz of all of the damage that the bears had done. The bear had come in to the campsite and they had just rummaged around to all of the sites that people didn't follow the directions, follow the advice, and did not keep their food locked up very well. And they had just destroyed coolers and just torn up things because, you know, they were getting all the food that people had left out. I remember waking up one morning and actually there were some bear that were in the campground and we got to see them in the campground. But you guys, bear, they're hungry, you know. When I was growing up, we used to watch Yogi and Boo Boo, you know. Yogi and Boo Boo were always stealing people's picnic baskets and stuff because they was hungry. These bears ain't no joke, you guys. When they're hungry, they want food, they're going to get it. Have you seen bear's claws before? I mean, seriously. Have you seen bear's claws? They could drip into the trunk of your car if they really wanted to, I suppose. But why go to all that effort when people have left food lying around, right? Or more easily accessible, I guess. But yeah, that was my experience with the bears at Yellowstone. They were everywhere and they did, you know, ransack our campground one night. I remember we were driving through somewhere. We must have stopped at some point, someplace, and looked off in the distance, and there was the biggest animal I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, it was huge. It was an elk. You guys, you have no idea. If you've never seen an elk, like really up close, seen an elk, they're giant. They're huge. So in this picture is an elk. He's off over here by the guy that's fishing. And I'm looking at that guy fishing going, dude, you better leave. Dude, you better get out of there. That elk will tear you up. But they're huge. They really are. They're giant. And, you know, you've seen videos. I don't know if you've seen videos. I've seen videos before of people that get attacked by an elk or something because they're just being stupid. They're out there and they're trying to get close and they're trying to walk up on it and whatnot. Don't do that. Do not do that. That elk will come after you and he will have your tail in a heartbeat. Don't do it. Don't stay far, far away. So we did get to see the elk at a distance and we did not attempt to get any closer, right? So yeah, that's my experience when I was a kid, okay, with some of these wild animals. Pretty cool. I mean, really cool. But my husband and I like to hike and go check out waterfalls and all that kind of stuff. And so when we first got married and we didn't get to take a honeymoon for a while, and he said, hey, let's go away. Let's do something now. You know, it was a few months later when the weather got nicer. And that was the first time I went to the UP as an adult. I'd gone as a kid, you know, but as an adult, I hadn't been in years and years and years. And we went to the UP. Now, in the UP, they're known for having two things, moose and bear. Moose and bear, okay? And I always don't ask me why, I always want to encounter either a moose or a bear somewhere while I'm in the UP. Either just see it walking down the road or walking through a park or something. I want to see a moose or a bear. And we never do. I mean, I don't want to see them up close, mind you. I don't. I would hate to encounter one out on the trail or something, but I still think it would be super cool to just be able to see a moose or a bear out in nature, okay? And it just doesn't happen. So there's that. In the UP, there are some mountains. They're called the Porcupine Mountains. They're way over on the west corner of the UP, and they're actually mountains, you know? And we go there. We've gone there several times now hiking, and there's a lake. It's called Lake of the Clouds. So it's really weird. You're up high in the mountains and you're looking, sorry, every time I start a whip and chip, my voice does this. And you're looking down at this lake and it's way down in, and it's called Lake of the Clouds because you're up high, but there's this lake down there. Well, you can hike down to that lake. There's all kinds of trails. You can hike down to the lake and whatnot. And we've done that a couple of times when we've visited. We did it once by ourselves, and we did it once with his son and the grandson and things like that. Well, the time that we did it by ourselves, we got all the way to the bottom, walked around. There's a little bridge down there you can walk across, check things out. And we were coming back up the trail, and you have to come through. It's very wooded, very woodsy and stuff. And we're coming up this trail. You'll probably hear banging on the walls, you guys, because he's putting mud on the wall over here. I had no idea he was going to be here. Anyhow, so walking up this trail, and I looked to my left, and I was like, honey, oh my gosh, look, it's a porcupine. Seriously, dead serious. We're in the Porcupine Mountains, and here's a porcupine walking off to the left of the trail. I was like, that is the coolest thing. I've never seen a porcupine. I mean, out in the wild like that. And here it is right beside our trail in the Porcupine Mountains. I get my phone out to take a picture. My camera's dead. I'm like, honey, get your phone, get your phone. He pulls his phone out, and he's like, no bueno, no. And I don't even speak like that. I don't know why I just did. No, Dad. No, we could get no picture of this porcupine in the Porcupine Mountains. You guys just have to take my word for it. It was there. It was the coolest thing, though. Yeah, coolest thing. But I never see bear. There's a town called Newberry. Now, Newberry is a town that's close and dear to my parents. There's Paradise up there. My parents did their honeymoon in Paradise. My aunt's uncle used to live up there, had a cottage up there. That is not good. No, that drill, no good. No good. Okay. So this little area is, close to my family. Anyhow, we have lots of stories of things in Newberry and stuff like that at the aunt's cabin. My aunt, when they lived up there, which was before me, she would go out. They had blueberries out beside their house, their cabin there. And she'd go out, and she'd have to get out there early in the morning before the bear would come and eat her blueberries for the day. And there were a few times she was out there picking her blueberries when she was picking alongside a visitor that was there with her, which was a bear. So they're there. The bear are there. There used to be a trash dump up there. You could go to the trash dump, and it was just filled with bear all the time. But we never see bear. We never see them when we're there. You'll hear stories. Hey, there's a bear over here, blah, blah, blah. The other thing they have is moose, okay? And we were there one time, and we were stopped at the post office, and somebody came into the post office and says, yeah, there's a bear over by such and such a place right now, not a moose. There's some moose hanging out over by such and such a place, and we're like, where's that? Because we wanted to go see. No, never see them. We went to Isle Royal, which is a large island, and that is very populated with moose, lots and lots of moose. They actually have a moose research center there. We got to see antlers and all kinds of things like that they've collected, but did we see any moose ourselves? No. I'm just one of those people. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I actually encountered these wild animals when I'm out in the wild, but I just want to. And call me crazy. I don't know. I just want to be able to see one in the wild, in its natural habitat, and say I saw it, But no, we never do. Never, ever, ever do. So, where do we go to see bear? Well, we go to our timeshare. Our timeshare is in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, in the heart of the Smoky Mountains. Gatlinburg is right on the edge of the Smoky Mountains, the actual park, the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. But there are always bear at our timeshare, or near our timeshare. There's been stories of them coming up and getting in the pools, swimming in the pools. When we were there the last time, somebody told us where they were hanging out, and I'll be darned if they weren't. It was a good distance away, but you could go and you could look down this little hill, and they were down in this little, little valley right beside some of the buildings. And we would go over there every day. We were there and see if we could see the bear hanging out down there. And most of the time, a couple of times, I should say, we actually did see them. The day we were leaving, they were down there. I did get some pictures and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm fascinated by these things, you guys. I want to just see them in their natural habitat. Going to a zoo is one thing, you know, it's cool to see them at the zoo, but to catch them in their natural habitat is just like a whole different thing, and it fascinates me. Like I said, I don't know what I'd do if I ever had a close encounter with one. I'd freak out and all that, but it would be cool. As long as I didn't get hurt, I want to experience things like that. I'm nuts, I know. But that's my stories about the wild, great outdoors today. And then, there's an eagle in my painting. I got to see an eagle, you guys, just last week. I saw an eagle right around the corner from my house. I mean, a quarter of a mile. It's like almost a quarter of a mile from my house. I was taking a walk. There it was, just sitting up in the tree. It was the biggest, beautiful, most beautiful bird. Oh my gosh. That was a thrill right there. I love nature. I love animals. I love exploring. This morning I woke up and went and looked out my kitchen window, and I looked over at the neighbors, which is on the other side of the pond. I looked over there and I was like, what in the world is over there? Oh, that's a deer. No, that's a 2 deer. No, that's a deer and 2 babies. No, wait. No. Here comes another one. There is a mama with triplets, you guys. She has 3 babies, and they were over there this morning just on the other side of my pond, just hanging out. And of course, the second I get my camera out to take a picture, 2 of them have disappeared around the corner, around the tall grass, and I can't get them. I can't get a picture. But last night my husband came in and he said, come here, quiet. He said, come out here and look on the other side of my truck. Look over by the apple tree. Now, we have an apple tree over on the other side of the driveway. It's a crab apple tree. It has tons and tons of apples. Seriously, tons of apples. And we have our drain field over there. We have a raised drain field system over there. And he's like, look over by the drain field, which is right by the apple tree. And he said, there's the mama and the triplets are over there. And of course, I get over there to look, and they're nowhere to be seen. They must have already seen him, and, he kind of scared them off. But I did see him this morning. I'll have to let him know. I did get to see the mama and the triplets this morning. I've seen them before, but they were way down the road. Like way down the street at the other end is where I saw them before. And they were just running across the road when I saw them down there. So they wandered down here to our end of the world. And it's pretty cool. So, animals and nature, it's kind of my thing. I love it. And every encounter I have, I'm just like thrilled. I get to, have an encounter with a nature, wild animal. And yeah. So, I think I'm done. I'm going to finish this up. I don't think this is going to be very long, but that's okay. And I have to get some shoes on and get ready to head out to go walk with my friends. And then come back, and I have a couple of cool special unboxings to do. Those things came yesterday, and I was unable to do my unboxings. Now he's mixing the mud that goes on the wall. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can or not. I can. At least the radio's not blaring right now. Anyhow, I couldn't do the unboxings yesterday because my eyes were so dilated I couldn't really see anything, and I wasn't really in the mood, if you know what I mean. So today I'm in a better mood, even though I have this big thing floating around in front of my face here that I can't seem to make go away. Because anyhow, I'm going to do those unboxings. And they're both very exciting. So you'll see those shortly. You'll see those this week. I have so many other things recorded that I haven't been able to put out there yet because things that are time sensitive keep getting pushed to the front. So I have a whole bunch of things that I'll get out someday. You'll see them someday. Anyhow. All right, I'm going to go and get a jacket because it's pretty chilly here today. It's supposed to get up to 70, but it's chilly right now. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for participating in the Chuckalong. I hope everybody is having a great time doing that. And please find that post in the Facebook group to post your progress pictures and all of that. #Chuckalong2. And I'll talk with Maritza about a sneak peek of prizes. All right, don't forget, Chuck's going to be on our channel. Yeah, Saturday the 26th. Don't forget that. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be just fantastic. That reminds me, I got to touch base with him and let him know how this all works. Okay, I'm going to go now. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day, everybody.